Hey folks, Andy here with a dreaded question you may have encountered. Why is my car shaking? Imagine you get into your car and start driving down the highway. There's a distinct vibration that only happens when you hit 30-35 miles per hour, or it gets worse the faster you go. Unlike the Beach Boys song, it's anything but good vibrations. It's stressful, uncomfortable, and makes driving more difficult. So what's going on? Let's try and figure it out. A car shaking while driving can have all kinds of different causes, and you shouldn't automatically assume the worst. So let's put our heads together and try and diagnose the problem. Why is your car shaking? In short, it's because something somewhere is out of whack. Seems vague, right? The problem all depends on the severity of the vibration, whether it happens at idle, where the vibration can be felt, and a number of other factors. Shaking usually happens in one of three instances: while driving at certain speeds, while braking, or while idling. The fix, of course, will depend on the root cause, but in any event, the best advice is to avoid doing whatever makes the car shake as much as possible and get it to a shop as soon as you can. Driving does create a lot of vibrations, but in a working car, it shouldn't be noticeable. However, after a few components are broken or even just worn, vibrations may resonate through the entire car at certain speeds. If a car shakes while you're driving, tire problems are usually the number one culprit. It can be due to a tire or wheel that's out of balance, a hard hit on railroad tracks, a pothole, or even a packed-in snow can cause that. A wheel that's out of balance by as little as a gram or two can be enough for a car to vibrate at high speed, but maybe not at lower speeds, or maybe only certain speed ranges. Sometimes a tire rotation can be enough to cure a mild vibration issue. And when a car goes in for a tire rotation, it's routine practice to check the balance on all the tires. Simple wear can be enough to cause a wheel to go out of balance, since there's less mass of the rubber as the tire wears down. Tire can also start to go out of round due to an internal defect, such as a belt that's starting to shift, or a bubble developing under a tire's tread. Out of round issues usually mean a tire is about to fail, and it needs to be replaced right away. Run your hand gently over the tread surface of the tire if you suspect that might be the issue. Chances are you can feel an irregularity like that, or you might even be able to spot a bubble that's starting to form at the sidewall or the shoulder of the tire. Less likely, but still possible, is suspension or steering. The front end of any vehicle is complicated, with components that help keep the vehicle pointed in a straight line or allow the vehicle to turn and then self-correct. Things like worn bushings, idler arms, pitman arms, drag links, control arm bushings, or other problems can be enough to contribute to a vibration. If you feel too much play in the steering, this might be the cause of your vibration woes. So if the tires all check out as okay and are properly balanced, have a look at the suspension and steering components. Bear in mind that if you let a severe vibration go for too long, that by itself can be enough to cause even more problems with wheel bearings and other suspension or steering parts. Getting vibrations while braking is pretty common. You step on the brakes, the steering wheel shimmies, you feel a distinct pulsation through the brake pedal, and the whole car starts to vibrate and possibly pull to one side. This usually indicates a problem with your brakes, or in rare cases, the car's alignment. It's possible to have worn brake pads and or rotors that have become warped. Disc brakes operate a lot like hand brakes on a bicycle. Two pads of friction material are held in a caliper that encloses the rotor, which is a smooth metal disc. When you step on the brake pedal, hydraulic pressure forces the pads against the rotor, slowing the vehicle via friction. When the pads are worn, they can start wearing grooves into the rotor itself. The rotor can also become warped and out of spec from overheating or just lots of miles. Rotors can be machined as part of a regular brake job, bringing them back into spec again. Often, though, there's not enough steel thickness left to do that, and the old ones have to be trashed and replaced. The good news is that, in most cases, a brake job that replaces pads, rotors, and any other worn parts will usually remedy this kind of issue. Less common would be an issue with your car's alignment. A car leaves the factory with the front wheels set to specific angles, designed that way by engineers for best handling, ride quality, and steering response. A hard hit on a pothole can be enough to skew a wheel out of whack, leading to a potential alignment problem. Signs of poor alignment can include a persistent pull to one side while driving in a straight line, uneven wear along a tire tread, heavy or clumsy feeling steering, or steering that doesn't self-correct after rounding a corner. What usually isn't a sign of a poor alignment, though, is a vibration. In most cases, if you're noticing a vibration and a pull to one side at the same time, they're two separate issues that are happening at once. However, driving a car out of alignment for extended periods can lead to uneven tire wear, which can absolutely cause vibrations. Before we get shaking with the next category, can I ask you to please click the like button down below and subscribe to our channel? It helps more people see the video. Thanks. So you're sitting in traffic with a foot on the brake and transmission in gear, and you notice a telltale rattle. Perhaps it goes away when you put your vehicle in park, or perhaps it doesn't. There are a few potential causes. There could be a misfiring cylinder, or broken, loose, or failing motor or transmission mounts. There could also be worn, loose, or failing exhaust mounting hardware. If this is the cause, you may also experience an audible rattle, or you could have a rough running condition, which you may notice as a lack of power, roughness, or poor fuel economy while driving. A rough running condition can be due to a myriad of reasons like the ones to the left. Quite a list. If it's any of these, you'll probably notice an illuminated check engine light as the failing component sends a trouble code to the engine's computer, which then alerts you with the uh-oh light. Needless to say, any of these problems are worth addressing as soon as you can, because they won't get better on their own. Here's another scenario for you. Let's say you only notice vibration through the gas pedal, the floorboard, the back of the seat, or maybe the seat's bottom cushion itself. Unless you have one of those seat driver's massager thingies, there's a good chance that the vibration is coming from the vehicle's drivetrain. A vibration through the gas pedal is common on a front-wheel drive vehicle that has CV joints that are starting to wear and fail. You might also notice a clicking or a ratcheting sound while rounding a corner, or feel a distinct clunk when you step on or let off the gas pedal. On a rear-wheel drive car, a vibration through the floorboard can mean a drive shaft that's out of balance, or a U-joint that's starting to wear, allowing slop in the driveline and that same clunk. Regardless of whether your vehicle is rear-wheel or front-wheel drive, you'll want to get any of these issues looked at promptly. Again, the problem won't fix itself. In order to prevent your vehicle from getting the shakes down the road, it's a good idea to get regular tire rotations, wheel balance checks, inspections of your drivetrain, suspension, and steering gear, and to regularly inspect your tires for bulges, debris, wear, or anything that looks like it might cause an issue. You can do regular undercarriage inspections when you change your oil or do the tire rotation. It may save you some headaches in the future. Have you ever gotten the shakes? What was it from? Leave us a note in the comments below, and don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more automotive tips and how-tos. Keep those motors running. Andy out.